Hello everyone, Powasaurus.Rex here, and today I wanted to talk about item transportation in 1.13. As you can see, we're up in 1.13 here. This is the release, not the snapshots, but from what I've seen, the snapshots aren't any different in terms of this. So, with 1.13, items flow upwards in water and they sort of skip along the top of water. So in theory, things like this are possible, and you can see we can use water as an item elevator. Our items all flow up and over. This is an issue we will talk about in a second. But items in the item stream, we can make some pretty neat item conduits with trapdoors here of all the different kinds. I have acacia here. With all the different kinds of trapdoors, we can create some pretty neat item tunnels. However, unfortunately, things like the corners can be tricky. I've found that using stairs, let's put that there for now. Actually, that didn't destroy our water source. But using stairs like so can help make things sort of blend a little better. And I can see you're gonna need one here as well, something like that. So these sort of help the corners so that you don't get these funky gaps in the corners. In a place like this, I'm not really sure. I guess you could go with a stair or even one of the new stripped logs. So that looks a little different. The stairs are nice because they're the same color as the trapdoors. So we can use planks here. Like so. So just sort of make the corners and not have the gaps. But as you guys saw, we had items get stuck in here. Close that. We had items get stuck in here, which is not good, and that is because of the way I guess you could say the lack of item velocity now. So let's grab some packed ice. Here, if we have some packed ice, you guys should see, and we've washed out our, just a little torch burnout there. So you can see that these items, now with just this one piece of ice, they do go over. They do go along this straight, no problem. And you can see we got them all shooting out here. This is almost a full length. So if we're going horizontal to straight down, we don't have any issues because there's no trapdoor here for the items or block there for the items to get caught on. With the ice, you can sort of cover it up. We can use stairs in here as well to, I don't know, it sort of looks interesting. I'm not too big of a fan of it, however, but we do have a solution. So let's throw all that back in there. Just destroy some of these items, get these out of my hotbar. So here you can see I've set up some item transportation here. We have a difference of 3 water sources, 4 water sources, and 5 water sources between trapdoors. Trapdoors or slabs. Slabs might catch items, but here if we hit this button, we will launch items out of each one. And we can come down here and collect those items. We get 9 of each. So that's good. But what I've found is if we keep hitting this, eventually we will get a piece of grass that will hit the side. So 999. Good. So eventually what will happen is there might be, I've only so far noticed it with this one that has 5. And we can just keep hitting this button here. Where we've had, oh, you saw the grass slowed down there, and it was the next item that actually hit it into the water stream. But there it goes. So we have a piece of grass, or a grass block stuck there. And now the issue with this is every time we hit the button, items are, oops, if they weren't getting caught by our trapdoor there, items, as they try to go by, will just get sucked into this stack of items. So, I'm willing to say that it is possible to make this system work. You just have to make sure you don't go beyond 4 water blocks between source blocks, I guess would be the way to put it. I haven't yet had an issue with 4. 3 obviously, and 2 would obviously be more reliable, and so you might want to implement that. But so far 4 I haven't had any issues with, and even down this entire length here, you'll see our number of trapdoors and number of sand blocks is the same. These grass blocks are all getting caught in here. But, so this is possible. So what this is going back to is this is possible, oops, without using, and yeah, right into there, without using a ice block. So if we just get rid of that guy there, another complaint, I guess, that I have about this system is the need for solid blocks, because if I try to click on this trapdoor to place the water bucket, even if I hold shift, it will only place it inside this trapdoor and not in this space between the trapdoors. So let's see if we put our piece of redstone dust back down there. We should see these items just shoot straight across. So here's an interesting test, because that didn't work up there with 2 blocks of water. Oops. Get you going down in there. I would like to see, and there's no blocks stuck in there. Let's put you there. Well, you know what? Let's do... We know that 4 works. And we know that if we put some ice down there, it'll keep going. Okay, so, interesting thing. I know I said 3 or 2 blocks of water, but 2 flowing blocks doesn't give the items enough momentum to break this 1 block gap. So, up here, and you can see I switched this back, and we have a block of ice. Oh yeah, that was a water source block there. Just put our block of ice back there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 flowing blocks, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring this out over here some more. Let's just use dirt, because setting this up does take some time. You have to, I guess I can show you guys. So if you place trapdoors on the top part of the block, and then you can place trapdoors on the bottom part of the block right above, like so. I'm here on the sides of all these bottom parts, and then just break all these ones. And then you can flip these up like so. So let's just put that guy there. 1, 2, 3, 4 flowing blocks, trapdoor, water bucket, 1, 2, 3, 4 flowing blocks, trapdoor. Let's just leave it like that. So let's break and place our redstone, and let's see if these blocks can make it all the way over here. So I mean, to me, that looks pretty consistent with 4 blocks of water. These are getting into this block. They're sliding right over this block, getting into this one, which is where we would have our next water source to push them on their way. So, going back to here, 2 blocks, not enough. 5 blocks, too much. Either 4 or 3 both seem to work, but that might be dependent on server lag or anything like that. So that might be something that you have to test out. I'm in a single player world right now, so I am not experiencing any server lag. But when I build this on the Hazecraft server, I'm gonna have to check out 3 or 4. To me, 4 seems good, and that minimizes the amount of water that I have to carry. So, yeah, that sounds like a good plan to me. But, oh, and the map is, because over here, one of the things that has been bugging me, and it's most noticeable in the acacia, is here we have a vertical log and a sideways log. And you can see that on the map. The vertical log, the sideways log is gray. But here, with these bark blocks, or the acacia wood, we don't get any of that gray. So that's this third band right here. They're just both show up as orange on a map. So that's something I noticed, and you can see here it's the same with all wood types. They're all the same. They all appear as the same color as planks or stairs or slabs would. But that is how to run a pretty cool item transportation system in Minecraft. So this is completely redstone-less, hopper-less. Obviously, I am going to have a hopper at the end of it here to collect items. So I'd probably recommend the hopper, maybe even these first 2, just because we saw the items shooting right over this one. And we can actually test that by doing this and seeing which hoppers the items end up in. I assume they'll get sucked up by here, but there might be 1 or 2 that skip right over. So yeah, there you can see we already have 1 skip over. Most of them end up in this first hopper, have some skip over. I'm sure if you had a block here as well, just to stop them from going over, they would also get sucked up by here. But things to keep in mind as we try to put that back. Things to keep in mind when you build your own item transportation system. Anyways, thanks for checking out this video. Hope this gives you guys some great inspiration. I would love to hear from you guys, see what you guys think of this. I'm super excited for it. If you guys have noticed any loss, let me know. So far in my testing with the 3 or 4 water stream variants, I haven't noticed any loss. But let me know down below in the comments section. I'll see you guys next time.